gang, today we got a little bonus video. We're gonna talk about balance, okay? And specifically kind of how it relates to what we do with our CrossFit workouts, okay? So when I'm thinking about balance, I'm seeing all the different things we're doing, whether it's single leg, lunging, or single leg deadlifting, or anytime that we're doing, any overhead squatting or snatching, right? A ton of balance comes into play that maybe we don't think about, okay? So if we can get that balance better, not only is it gonna help us out in the real world, but it's gonna help us a lot more in the gym or at home, wherever you're doing the workouts, okay? So a lot of things to think about, like when we're doing single leg deadlifts, right? I know it's tough with that balance, and it's easy to, as you kind of come up, to put that foot down early, but really, if you need to go lighter in the weight or even no weight, it's important to be getting down, and then when you come up, stay on that one leg until we come all the way up, okay? And some things that I think about to help me when I'm doing these movements, help keep my balance, is I will find a spot, whether it's on the floor for the single leg deadlifts or if I'm doing overhead squatting, maybe it's a spot straight out in front of me, but I'll find a spot, a focal point, and I'll just stare at it the entire time as I'm completing that movement. And that just helps me with balance. It's gonna help you guys too. Another way where that might help is if you're somebody who struggles with balance, believe it or not, with pressing overhead. Sometimes people start to lose the weight and it goes out there, right? So that's also balance. Look at that weight when you do it. Stare right at that weight the whole time. Stay focused on it. Those are things that are gonna help us in the gym with our balance, and then as that gets better in here, obviously it's gonna transfer over into real life. When we're chasing after our kids, or if we're walking on ice, or if we're having to balance on one foot to pick something up, that's the stuff that is gonna help us in our day-to-day activities and our day-to-day life. So other things that we can think about for balance in the gym, let's take our squat, for example. Just a simple back squat, right? So if I got the bar on my back, when I'm thinking about how I want to set up to give myself, the best positioning and posture, squat, I'm going to push my hips back, but I'm going to think about keeping my feet flat, okay? A lot of times we'll see people get up on their toes when they squat. Think about how hard that is to balance, especially the more weight that's on your back if your body's trying to go forward, okay? So I'll think about hips back, keeping my feet totally flat. I want to feel toes, the heel, everything digging into that floor as I go down, and then when I come back up, driving back through my entire foot, okay? If I get down here, and then all of a sudden I come up on my toes, the heavier that is, that's gonna come forward, okay? So obviously that's dangerous. You're not gonna be able to lift as much weight. So those are some things I think about. Same thing with like if we're doing a lunge or like a split squat, right? So when I take that step, I want my whole foot, all my weight even on that foot when I go down. If I do that and I'm too far forward, that's gonna throw me off. If I'm too far on my heel, that's gonna throw me off. So plant that foot, feel the entire foot as you go through that range of motion, okay? So just little things like that can really add up and go a long way in both your performance, but also safety, when you're doing your workouts.